Before a pharaoh ever ruled, he had to become a god. In ancient Egypt, kings were not just leaders, they were living gods on earth. Egypt was a land where the divine and the mortal were inseparable. From the earliest dynasties, the ruler was believed to be Horus incarnate, the falcon-headed sky god, and the earthly embodiment of Ra, the sun itself. To the Egyptian people, the pharaoh's power did not begin at coronation, it was revealed there. The coronation, mortal to divine. From the moment the new king ascended to the throne, a secret ritual began, one that transformed him from a mere mortal into the divine ruler of Egypt. Egyptian coronation was not just a political ceremony, it was a sacred rite. The day began long before dawn in the vast temple precinct of Karnak, where priests purified the pharaoh with sacred water and aromatic oils. This ritual cleansing was not mere hygiene, it symbolized the shedding of human imperfection and the pharaoh's spiritual rebirth. Clad in ceremonial robes and sacred makeup, he stood before the gods, ready to take his place among them. The moment that changed history. The high priest placed the double crown, the pshent, upon his head. This was no symbol of political power alone, but a cosmic mandate. This crown united Upper and Lower Egypt, not just politically, but spiritually, merging two halves of the divine kingdom into one. He then received the crook and flail, symbols of his role as shepherd of his people and punisher of chaos. These sacred emblems marked him as a god-king, appointed by the gods themselves to uphold Ma'at, the cosmic order. But the coronation wasn't the only moment of divine transformation. Every 30 years or so, long after the pharaoh first took the throne, he participated in a ritual known as the Heb Sed festival. This was the ultimate test of kingship, a public ceremony where the ruler reaffirmed his divine mandate and physical vigor. In front of his subjects and under the watchful gaze of priests, the pharaoh raced across sacred ground, a symbolic reenactment of his youth, proving he still possessed the divine strength to protect Egypt. He also raised the Jed pillar, a symbol of stability and cosmic endurance linked to Osiris, god of death and rebirth. In that gesture, he reunited with divine power, reinforcing his role not just as king, but as a living force of resurrection and continuity. Divine marriage and the Opet Festival. In Thebes, during the grand Opet Festival, the pharaoh took part in another ritual that solidified his divine identity. Statues of Amun-Re, the king of gods, were carried in procession from Karnak to Luxor Temple. Here, in a sacred pairing ritual, the pharaoh was ritually joined with Amun-Re, signifying a divine marriage. By the end, it was believed that the life force of the god flowed into the pharaoh, renewing him and granting him a divine right to rule for another year. Ritual in daily life. Becoming a god did not end after coronation. Every morning, the pharaoh performed rituals at sunrise, offering incense to Ra, greeting the sun, and affirming his cosmic role in the daily cycle of life and rebirth. His meals, his prayers, even his waking and sleeping were infused with symbolism. Each action wasn't just a duty, it was an affirmation that the gods lived through him. And yet, here's the twist. For all this ritual power, the Egyptians knew their pharaohs were mortal. Their belief was not that the pharaoh was literally an immortal god, but that through these sacred rites, the king embodied the will of the gods while alive, and after death, joined the gods fully in the afterlife. In death, he became Osiris, eternal judge and king of the afterlife. In life, he was Horus, the divine protector of Egypt. This was the subtle genius of Egyptian kingship, a mortal man exalted to godhood, not by myth, but by ritual. And that power, crafted through tradition, ceremony, and belief, is why the pharaohs still rule our imaginations today.